All right, we're going to go listen to stories of people's emergency room visits now. It's hard to do these things without you rambling on, so I may cut you off and make you get to the point occasionally. Don't be...
Yeah, because we got a full bank of phones here.
So let's just get to it, and if I have to cut you off, don't be offended.
Start with Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. What's your story?
Hi. It was gallbladder emergency.
Mm-hmm.
My horror story is I had to drive myself in.
Ow.
Terrible.
And that was horrible.
I'll bet.
And I was in the same pain Gina was in. But anyways, it all worked out.
Okay.
My doctor had actually called them, and they were waiting for me.
Oh, that's
So
good.
I lucked out.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
But
Thanks, Maggie.
I can't
I
imagine
want to
having
tell
to
you
drive
one thing.
myself yesterday.
What'd you say, Maggie?
I wanted to tell Gina the worst part is the gas.
Oh.
Yeah, stay home, Gina.
Let's get her back in the studio.
Actually,
No, not that kind of gas. Getting the gas out of the body of your cavity.
Yeah.
It hurts like hell.
well, I don't know. Gina has that problem anyway. So
Ooh, yeah.
thanks, Maggie.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mags. Let's go to, is it Glenna? Glenna.
Hi, Glenna. What's your story?
Hey, I started having a funny thing with my eye where it felt like when I blinked, there was like a piece of saran wrap on my eye.
Ooh.
So I went to urgent care, and they said, "Oh, you have shingles in your eye. Let's give you some antibiotics." And it just kept going and going. And so finally I kind of started throwing a fit and got into an eye doctor. And they looked at my eye, and they looked at my eye some more. And then they started asking me, "What have you had to eat and drink today?" And I thought, oh, this isn't good. They said, drive to the hospital, do not pass go. You have a retinal detachment.
Whoa.
And the surgeon will be waiting for you. And if I had not had surgery within about 24 hours of when they diagnosed it, I would have lost the vision in my eye.
Whoa.
True story that happened to my wife.
Thanks, Glenna. Good story. Thank you.
Wow, Glenna. Wow, that's something. Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, guys.
Yeah, you're Sarah.
You're Sarah.
My story is my story is right as COVID was hitting. My son was having a hard time breathing, and so we rushed him to Primary Children's Hospital. His oxygen level was really, really low. But they were also, like, really weird about the masks, and we didn't quite understand what was going on with the whole COVID thing yet at this point. Long story short, he had pneumonia. He had to spend 24 hours in the hospital, so he's fine. But I want to just shamelessly plug Primary Children's Hospital. They are amazing, and if you can donate to them, anything you can, give to them.
Yeah, they're great.
They
Thank you.
really are. Thank you, Sarah. All right, Morgan.
I like this. Morgan has an unidentified rash.
Ooh.
Yes, it was 2018. I woke up in the morning with blood blisters inside my mouth and thought I had just bit my cheek in my sleep. No worries. Went to work, and all of a sudden I got a big rash on my hands. Just boop.
It was
I
bubonic
went to
plague.
urgent care. No, not quite. Went to the urgent care. They ran some tests and then said, go to the emergency room. Don't stop at Wendy's, but don't run any red lights. When I got to the emergency room, they told me that I had one platelet left. That I could not clot any blood. Yeah.
What did they do for that?
Although it was a little bit confusing because one platelet in medical term is really 1,000.
Oh, I
and
see.
your normal platelet count is 180,000.
180,000.
So what do they do for that? Give you transfusion?
Yeah, 5 days in the hospital getting transfusions.
Wow.
Thanks, Morgan.
Thanks.
That's quite a story.
That is.
Let's see.
Let's go to Derek.
Hi, Derek.
Good morning. Thanks for letting me listen.
Yeah. You had to stay in the hospital for 13 months?
Well, it was a combination of two hospitals, but yes, I checked into the emergency room, didn't know what was going on. I was puking and diarrhea nonstop. And it ended up that I had necrotizing pancreatitis, which is it's skin-eating disease, and my insides were being eaten alive.
Jeez.
It ended up with my intestines protruding, like, through my abdomen, and I had to live with my intestines outside of my body for a period of 9 months or so till I could get surgery. And then they did surgery, put it all back together, blah, blah, blah. This is like 4 years ago, so I'm all healthy now, but
My gosh.
Yeah, I checked into the hospital and didn't leave for 13 months.
What an
Wow.
ordeal.
Wow.
Oh, Derek. Glad you're better.
Yes.
See you later.
All right. Let's go to Katie. Hi, Katie.
Hello.
Yes. What's your story?
So, I had to have 3 surgeries. So, I had a baby in September of 2005. November, side pain, go to the hospital. Oh, gallbladder's got to come out.
Okay.
About a month and a half later, start getting the same pain, go back in. Oh, we got to take the appendix out. I'm only 25 at this time.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Mhm.
So after I wake up from my appendix surgery, the doctor comes in and tells me that I have chlamydia. My ex-husband apparently cheated on me. And the birth of my daughter set it off like a bomb in my body.
Oh.
It started attacking all my main organs.
Oh, Lord.
So I also had to have a hysterectomy.
Oh,
And a divorce,
Yeah.
right?
And a divorce, I hope.
And a divorce,
Yeah.
you betcha.
Hysterectomy and a divorce, the American dream.
Everything's okay now, Katie?
Oh, yes, this
Okay.
was many years ago. I'm 45 now.
Oh, Katie.
Thanks,
That's
Katie.
wild.
See you later.
All right. Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
On that topic, when Gina, when she had her uterus removed a few years ago, I remember we got her a plush uterus.
Yeah,
and I
yes.
think you named it, didn't you, Bill?
I don't remember.
Her uterus had a name. It was a plush uterus. But now do we got to get Gina a plush gallbladder to add to her collection?
surely they have one.
I
I'm
bet
sure they do.
All right. Let's go to Mark.
Line up the plush organs on my desk.
There you go.
Mark?
Mark is there.
Oh,
Good morning.
Hi, Mark.
So several years ago, I was in a really bad car wreck and burned extensively, and so I went to the hospital. My then wife met me at the didn't meet me. I was unconscious, but met at the hospital. And just before I was going into surgery, the anesthesiologist was talking to her. He said, "Is there any history of drinking?" No, he never did drink. Any history of drug use that I need to know about? Nope, never drugged. How about smoking? Just the one time.
Oh, boo. Boo.
Story.
Thanks, Mark. Nice to hear from you.
Mike in Nashville.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, this is actually Casey. I stole the phone from him.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because
Mike's
he can't
wife.
tell the story right.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Mike's wife.
Okay.
So, hi.
Hi.
So, about 9 years ago, I was 5 months pregnant. We were on vacation in Hollywood, and I ended up in the ER on the next to the last day we were there with gallbladder stones. They said I had about 800 of them in there.
800?
800?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
And
listen.
I was 5 months pregnant, so they couldn't operate. So I just had to deal with it for another, 4 months.
Now, Kate,
And then I had a C-section with that pregnancy, so that was fun,
yeah.
being sawed in half. And then 8 weeks after my C-section, they brought me back in to take my gallbladder out.
Did you have to go back to Hollywood?
Take it out while you're in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, listen, Casey, I asked Mike, Mike's from here, but you grew up in the South in Nashville, in that area. And I asked Mike if you had a Southern accent, and he said you did. I can't hear it. Talk like you would normally talk.
Well, I've actually done considerable work to turn it off. But I can turn it back on if you want.
I was going to
to.
say.
There it goes. There it goes.
It was slipping in there for a second.
Yeah. I could just hear a little touch of it, but
He can tell when I get mad because I lose my control of it.
and you,
Get mad, the plane comes back out. But I want to say thank you so much for acquiescing to my request and allowing Mike to come on. He had such a good time. He is so gushing about it, and he was giddy as a schoolgirl when he got out of that studio.
That's fine. And Casey, just tell him we're still looking for that $500 check he was sending us.
Yes. All right.
I'll tell him. It's in the mail. He says it's in the mail.
All right.
Thank you.
See ya.
We're out of time to take phone calls. We have one text I have been saving here.
I'm sorry we don't get the testicular torsion story.
Here's a text. I'm too embarrassed to call, but just know, don't insert anything into your body unless it has a flared base.
That's
all right.
And Gina, I have a gift on the way for you. I found it. And Carrie, look, you can see it comes with the little gallstones, and they have little evil.
There are little plush gallbladders, Gina.
Yeah,
Adorable.
So we'll have that for you when you get back.
All right, we'll get one.
Add that to your collection.
Okay.